Give me your background. Where have you been? I know Coatesville.
Yes.
Where have you been? Give me your coaching resume.
My coaching resume, I started at Unionville for 3 years, where I was a linebackers coach there, and we won 2 championships there when I was there, and I met Coach Donato while at Unionville. Coach Donato became the head football coach at Pequea Valley in 1999, I believe. And I was here for a year being the DC with him here, and we had some success in 1 year only here.
That's right. Was that the 500 year? Was that the 500 year?
We were like 4 and 6.
Okay.
We started out 2-0 or 3-0, and we beat Elko, and everybody was going nuts. We had 19 kids on the team, and
oh boy!
And those kids were the hardest working kids that I ever had.
Okay.
And I always remembered that if I ever had a chance to come back here, that I just remember the Anthony Deaners and the Dave Fingers and Chad Gilmwaters, and those kids were tough. And from there, I went to Coatesville, and Quad A school, big time football program. I was the defense coordinator there.
Okay.
Had a lot of success there. I moved to Kennett in the mid 2000s with Coach Donato, became the head coach there. I kind of followed him. He was kind of my mentor. Kind of taught me a lot about the game. And I spent 4 years at Kennett, then came back to Coatesville. Because I was always a teacher at Coatesville. Okay. So, and that brings me to here.
To here. Do you teach at Coatesville now?
I teach at Coatesville now, special education, and they're trying to get me here, and I'm trying to come here.
Okay. Cool.
I think it's important being a teacher first and foremost, and being with the kids during the school day, and is huge.
Definitely.
Be successful. I can't do it as good as I can if I wasn't here.
Okay. Hopefully you get here soon. So defense has been your background always? What is it about? What is it about D? Did you play defense?
I played defense in college. I was a quarterback in high school and a linebacker.
You're from where?
Unionville. Played at Unionville.
Okay.
I went to Westchester University. Played linebacker there. Was on many successful football teams at Westchester, and I've always coached both sides of the ball. Until I became a defense coordinator, then I kind of stuck to the defensive side. But I've coached running backs, I've coached quarterbacks. But defense seems to be my
calling card,
my niche. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of that, these guys need help with D. That was not a secret. They've even admitted it themselves the last couple of years.
Yeah.
We need to get better defensively.
Absolutely.
Was that your number one thing when you kind of got here? Let's get to work on D and get that cleaned up.
Well,
one of the first things.
Yeah. Defense, we got to start with the basics and the fundamentals, and like I'm reteaching everything all over again, and that's my approach to it. And we're going to get fundamentally good at what we do, and then we'll talk about schemes and coverages and things of that nature.
Okay. So you haven't quite plugged in schemes yet? You haven't handed out playbooks or any of that good stuff?
Well, I have, but I have, and we've gone over that, and I've been here since March.
Sure.
So the first thing, we've been working on fundamentals, and I've been implementing our scheme.
Okay.
Along with that, we've only done it on Wednesdays. We've only had a scheme wise and coverage wise on Wednesdays, and fundamentally in football and tackling and
that kind of stuff.
Footwork.
Okay.
Right now we're light years away in the weight room.
Okay.
I mean, you win and lose football games in the weight room. We have to get stronger. That's evident. We've implemented a program I think is second to none. I believe we can be the best conditioned team in the state of Pennsylvania. We may not be the best team in Pennsylvania,
but you're going to work.
But we can certainly be the best conditioned team. We're going to have to be right now with 25, 35 kids, whatever it is right now we have. And we've implemented a speed program and agility program and an old school conditioning program, what I should call it here.
Okay. Yeah, and you have some good facilities coming too. You have a new weight room coming.
The administration has been excellent as far as getting me everything that we need to be successful. The new weight room is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be second to none. We have the artificial field out there. Again, it's everything that I need to be successful, and we're really excited about getting out of that weight room and coming into a brand new facility.
State of the art.
State of the art.
Really.
State of the art. It's going to be second to none, and we're going to take full advantage of it.
Had you been itching kind of behind the scenes to get a head coaching job, or were you okay being a DC for a while, or where were you at in your curve?
In my scheme of things, this is the last last stop on my goal. This is my 16th year, and I've had aspirations of being a head coach, and I've done it all, so to speak, up until this point. And yes, I was itching to be a head football coach, having my own program, and I'm ready.
And you were here, so when you heard that this job came open, and it happened kind of fast because Coach Waltman didn't really tell anybody. It just sort of happened. When you heard this job opened up, did your eyes kind of light up like, oh, I was there. I know that place. I better get my name in.
Yeah. I mean, I knew what kind of kids they had, and I knew how hard they worked. And that's all I need. I just need somebody that's committed and somebody that's going to work hard. And I can teach them the game of football, and I can put them in the right position. And I know these kids had heart, and that was the biggest thing, heart and toughness. I know these kids are tough because I've been here before and I've seen how tough they are. And these kids up here are tough as they come, and they're yes sir, no sir, and they don't complain.
Cupboard's not bare. There's some kids coming back, including some huge playmakers that everybody in the LL knows.
Absolutely.
Chad, Tyler, Schmid's 1,000-yard back. Were you excited that you have something to work with here? Is that a good feeling?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The cupboard is full.
Yeah.
We feel like we have an all-state kid at wide receiver in Tyler, and we're going to put Tyson at quarterback, and we're going to give him the ball on every play and have his hands on the ball and make him a playmaker.
I believe that qualifies as breaking news. Did it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's our plan right now.
All right.
Yep, Tyson's going to be the quarterback.
Because he's a pretty darn good wideout. Everybody around here knows.
We know that. And we have a kid named Dakota Patron that's coming back, and he's going to be a nice receiver. And we got Steve Van Leer, who's a 6'4" kid also. He ran a 4.6 40 for us. Okay. We have a young kid, Tyler Hershey, that can play wide receiver for us. But we just didn't have that quarterback coming in. We have a young kid as a sophomore, and we just feel like we want to develop him. Okay. And we feel like Tyson's our best athlete, and we can do things.
So start to play with him right away.
Start to play with him. Why not put the ball in his hands and make things happen? We have 1,100-yard rusher, and when the backfield didn't even have a fullback in front of him last year.
How about that?
So we're gonna put a fullback in front of him at times, and we're gonna play power football. We have a line that's as big as Coatesville's offensive line.
Wow, that's been a strength here. They've had good O-lines here.
Yeah, I mean, we have an all-league player in Jordan Krause, and Jin, and Nate Gervin. And we got two big young kids, one 6'6", McIntyre, and the other one 6'3", Reifsnyder. They're young kids, they're ready, I think, to play on varsity football field. And so size is certainly not. We have Jensen Lapp coming back. I mean,
these are all familiar names if you know the LL.
They've all played.
Yeah.
And I think, they've all have experience. They've all played. So Evan Shire.
Oh, sure. He's played.
He's a big-time football player, and he's going to be asked to do a lot of things defensively for us, and we're really excited about the players that we have here, and I feel like our coaching staff will put them in position to be successful.
Okay, I think the one question everybody's going to want to know is, they really mastered that spread the last couple of years, and Ben put up some crazy huge numbers. Right. Will you tone it back a bit? Will you go more like power eye stuff? I mean, you're going to plug in a kid who's never played quarterback in a varsity game. Right. So what will you do offensively? Right. Break it down a little.
Well, we're going to be multiple.
Okay.
And you're going to see us in spread. Okay. And you're going to see us in eye football. Okay. And we're going to do what we think is going to be successful against that particular team. We're going to run the same plays. We're just going to do them in different formations. And we're going to put Tyson in the gun. And that zone read that they ran here to death, and then you'll see that and with him. And tell him you got game plan Tyson at quarterback, you got game plan Schmidt at running back, you got Tyler Schmidt, and you got Tyler Schmidt out there you have to worry about.
It's a lot to keep track of.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a lot. And again, we're going to be a tough physical football team. And I believe, like my mentor, Coach Nichols at Conestoga Valley, he turned a program that was 1-9, and he was 7-3, I believe, the next year. Or
districts the last 2 years.
And districts last 2 years. And he did it by running the football. And I believe I'm a big component of running the football, and that saves your defense as well for not slinging it around 35, 45 times.
True.
There's got to be a mix.
True.
There's got to be a nice mix to it, and I think that's how you win football games.
So you're not coming in here and junking everything, but you're coming in and putting your stamp on it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm going to put my twist on it, and are you going to see us 3x1? Absolutely. Are you going to see us in double tight? Absolutely. I don't want to be one-dimensional. I've gone against offenses for 15, 16 years, and I've seen it all. And I've taken the best that I've seen and implemented into my own system.
Sure.
And we want to play power football. Okay. We do. We want to put our hands in the dirt and get after somebody.
Okay. You were in the LL for a brief stay, you said.
Yeah.
Just from a distance, what do you hear about LL? What do you know about the league? What do you know about the coaches and the competition here?
I know there's a big bad monster in Lancaster-Lebanon. I mean,
you only get them probably one more year, though.
You only get them one more year, and then what I watched on film that everybody's kind of the same.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't seen a huge difference in. Last year, I believe everybody was pretty around 500.
Or under.
Or under 500. Yeah. And I know Mark Evans just from working with the DSV systems, and I know Coach Evans, and he's a good football coach. I don't know any other coaches.
Okay.
To tell you the truth, I've never, every time we were a coach, we played McCaskey, or we played Cumberland Valley, or Central Dauphin.
Yeah.
So I don't have much experience.
You anxious to get to know those guys and see how they do their thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Get to know them and everything?
Absolutely. I'm very excited to be in a new league. I'm very excited. The last time I was here, it was good football. I remember that. I remember it was good, tough football, and I'm very excited to be in a new league and new teams to scout, and it's exciting.
Last thing, I think unfortunately here, a lot of it is wins and losses, and that's what everybody's looked at. Mm-hmm. In your mind, what does this program need? Big kick in the pants, or I don't think you need a total overhaul or anything. Like you said, you're not going to junk everything. But more than anything, what do these kids need? What do they need to experience? What do they need to feel? What do they need to do?
They need to experience winning.
Okay.
And they need to. This whole place needs a positive. Have to have a positive culture here, a positive environment. Okay. And we need to feel good about coming out there on Friday night and representing our school and our town, and they just need some success, and things will start rolling along. I'm going to do everything in the background part to get it done. I'm going to make sure academically and they're disciplined and everything else, and practice wise and lifting. I'm going to take care of all that. This place just needs a taste of success, and I think this place is a sleeping giant. I really do. I think this place is a sleeping giant.
The kids are here. You just rattled off a bunch of names. I'm impressed you learned all their names already, by the way. But I mean, you just rattled off a bunch of names of kids who have gone through this and played and have had some success.
They're tired of losing. That's all they all said to me. They're all tired of losing. Yeah. And if they get a little taste of winning, then look out. And I'm not saying it's going to come easy. I don't know when it's going to come. I'm hoping it comes
soon.
And
you want to be a part of it,
soon. Obviously, I want them to be a part of it. I want the senior class to be a part of it. Sure. I know the young kids are going to get it done. I got dynamite sophomores in there.
Great.
And I know they're going to. I think our senior class is very strong.
Okay.
It's a very strong senior class, and we're excited.